All righty, everybody. Welcome to the very first prototype episode of Game Talk with the Boy. My bad. I mean, with Tim and Tim. It is it is my son. It is myself and my son, and we are going to talk about video game and anime and a whole bunch of nerdy and goofy stuff that people don't think black people supposed to talk about.
And you'll probably see me embarrassed at whatever possibly saying.
Ah, I wasn't gonna do it, but since you
It
since you made it a thing,
was already gonna be a thing. It was bound to happen.
since you made it a thing, all right. So out the gate, let's talk about how something I've been talking about for a while, and that is how the gaming industry has abandoned me of all people, me. And the reason why I say the game industry has abandoned me is because I'm looking everywhere, which way or whatever. It's abandoned me because, as my son will tell you, I was a video game guy. Literally, he grew up with hundreds
It
of
had
video
hundreds of
games
games. It's probably
throughout his
200
life.
plus.
Right. And video games were great. There were a bunch of different games to play, different genres. They had we had everything from Call of Duty to Medal of Honor to Grand Theft Auto to all
Some
the little
weird, quirky
quirky,
ones.
all the quirky game. Right, we had everything, and now I don't like to play games anymore.
Everything but sports.
But we had sports
We
now,
had
but
we had sports, but that wasn't for us really.
right, but no, but I still played them like when
If
company
someone
would
come
have them
over,
over.
yeah, here, just go throw on
Whether
this basketball game.
and fight night was always great. Fight night was forever great. Forever will be great and will be known as great because it is fight night and it is great. But yeah, but now like Call of Duty was great. But now I haven't bought a Call of Duty in what I think the last one I bought was three, the reboot of three. And the reboot of three, the campaign was so discombobulated that no.
I can tell you right now, you think that campaign was bad. The Black Ops 7 campaign is terrible, horrible. And that's not just, that's like everyone thinks that. Like now they're doing like some weird psychedelic mind trip thing and creatures coming out the walls. And it's supposed to be like, I wanted to shoot guys, not shoot aliens. And leave that in the zombies mode or whatever.
I can't make this video public for some reason. I probably have to do it later. But yeah, so I'm gonna pull up an article. Well, if I can pull up an article, if this thing lets me pull up an article. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out why it is not streaming publicly, but only streaming to my people. Whatever. Article. Where is it? Boom, bang, boom. Share screen. Tab. Bada bing, bada boom. Is it there? It is there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The biggest trends in gaming. Let's see how many of these things I hate. Images and installations are from uh, different magazines. Super Games, Nintendo, and Electronic Arts, and Ubisoft. While 2025 is a quiet year for gaming, like it slipped into let's see, I'm skimming over it. COVID, I don't care about that. Let's get to the
No, COVID had a huge impact on the gaming.
it
It had
did.
it had a giant impact on gaming because it
You
took
know what?
people who were
You're
never gonna play games,
yeah, and it introduced them to Fortnite,
introduced them into Fortnite,
and it
Warzone,
destroyed everything. You're right.
Warzone, and everything. It had a you can't ignore COVID. It had a giant
You're
impact.
right. Yeah. Some pages turn the midpoint in the decade, such as what made headlines, was fueled endlessly scrolling feeds, amounted to more or less of some big issues, debates, and have defined everything post COVID.
Yep, yep. Because That's some you can't ignore it. Some that just happened, and it will affect the gaming space.
This article's about freaking AI being put in games. I don't care about that. That's not a big deal for me. It's I get it. It's a big deal. It's a lot of people get put out of work, things like that. So I acknowledge that it's bad in that sense, but
it's bad in that sense because it allows them to be lazy.
Right.
It allows laziness in putting people out of work. Just like, Call of Duty, calling cards, all that stuff there. You could tell they just used an AI. It'll have a zombie dude with 6 fingers and
like they went through the whole they went through the zombie craze, which it just got overwhelmed. Everything was zombies. Like, well, why we can't shoot aliens? Why they got to be zombies? Why everything has to be zombies? Why everything has to be zombies?
It's because they get stuck on a trend. That's the problem. They get stuck on the trend.
And then From Software introduced
Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, and that rekindling of Shinobi Spirit. And that's
a bunch of Shinobi games.
That's when those games, as I call them, one of them games. That's when it started. So everybody that plays games and stuff, you guys can hate me because I don't like the Elden Ring games. Well, let me rephrase. I haven't played Elden Ring yet to say whether or not I like it. I don't like the From game style because for me personally, this is just me. If you love it, I'm not knocking it. I don't think overly extremely hard is fun. Maybe when I was younger, probably, yeah, when I had a lot more time to sit around and play games. But when I come home from work now, I just want to have fun. I don't want to go from having the stressful day to having the stress of trying to create this build that's going to be it's just I found myself playing games like what was it, going back to older games like Lord of the Ring,
Mordor?
Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, you go. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but let me see. The trend kicked off in January with Ninja Gaiden when they start going back to the remasters trend. That's the trend, the remaster trend. Here we go. Yes. So the remaster trend, to me, the remaster trend actually highlights how terrible games have gotten. We don't even need this article no more, man. It highlights how terrible games have gotten because the remakes. I'm one of the people that it's bad when the remakes do good and then they still give them away because they don't do good enough. Like Dead Space. Dead Space was a great game. Yeah. Great.
I haven't played the remake either.
I have no interest in playing the remake. None. And the reviews I've seen on it say that it's not a 1-to-1 remake either. They actually added some extra content.
I know they added some dialogue so that because in the first game he didn't talk like at all. It was the whole silent protagonist thing. And like
it great.
They added dialogue that would make sense. So like, he's shooting at stuff, something jumps out at you, you expect a person would yell, some. He wouldn't say nothing, just.
And that's what made him stoic and cold. Like,
he was stoic, and so they added some dialogue, some voice lines like, "Oh shit."
But see, for me, I think that took away from it because the original presented him as like he's not afraid of any of this. So while it's a horror game, so while you're sitting there like,
while you're scared,
he's cool, like, don't even worry about it, homie. I got it. Don't even trip, Jack. Shout out to y'all in the comments. I see you. Yes, please. Shout out to Ray, the Diabolical Diva. Y'all do what she say. See what she say? Y'all do that. Y'all do that for me. Say shout out to the boy. That's
the boy. It's terrible.
Hey, I can say the W word.
Nope. Go back to the boy.
I can say
Go back to the boy. Go back to the boy.
All right, so yeah, that's a trend that's terrible and takes away from the game. Another one is the live service junk. Oh, I hate these live service junk.
Fortnite. That's Fortnite. Fortnite made that popular, and everyone wants to be Fortnite. Fortnite and a GTA 5. I would blame those two. Shark
GT.
cards, GTA 5, shark cards, the live service thing. Everyone wants to be GTA 5. I want to make a game and have it run for 10, 15, 20 years and rake in the money.
But that can
But
go
not everyone can be that, though.
right
Not
because
everyone can be that.
that can go bad. Look at Star
Concord?
Wars. Well, that's don't even that's I was Star Wars Battlefront 2. That
Yeah.
was that the microtransactions was in that was so bad that the player count dropped so significantly that they reversed it.
Was that in the era of loot boxes, though? Because that was a trend for a
That was
while.
the loot box era, yeah. But
Yeah.
loot boxes go hand in hand with live service.
Yeah, but loot boxes, I know some of the countries banned it because they considered it gambling, because it is.
Right.
Because I don't know what this is, what I'm buying.
Right. And that killed the player base too. That absolutely killed the player base. Yep. What else? I then like I mentioned before, the From Games trend where everyone wants to make a Dark Souls game.
Yeah, that's because Elden Ring got a lot bigger than it ever was meant
The
to get.
Souls like that's what they call them.
Yeah, Souls like, because yeah, Souls likes can be fine, but it's everyone wants to be it. Again, they copy the trend of what's popular, hoping that they can get some sales for it. Then it goes on for too long because development times take so long, it oversaturates the market. Because what? There's like 40 or 50 Souls like games, and not all of them are bad, but I have my choice of whatever, and at
When I
some point they all start feeling the same.
when I see when I watch game trailers, I watch them like,
Is this one of them games?
is this one of them games?
Yeah.
Now, granted, uh, the Naked Lady game,
Bayonetta? I'm like, so many of them.
the newer one, the one that was great,
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Braid. That's they consider that a Souls like, but it was
That's
a
because
it was, but it wasn't.
the
It was
the thing is they took the term Souls like and they made it too broad. So it's super broad. At this point, if your game has RPG mechanic, if you have um, kind of weighted combat, that's not fast, it's weighted. So I gotta guard, make sure my parry base, make sure my sword moves in time. They consider it Souls like. They'll get real loose with it. That's a Souls like. Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, Souls like. That's because of those meditation
and that's a
points.
great game.
So it's
Right.
not Souls like exactly. It's just
So so devs stop loosely using that, trying to hook in that audience, thinking if I say Souls like, I'll grab some of the millions of people that play Elden Ring, because what you'll end up doing is pushing away me, your core audience, the person that has bought every game. Like when you say Jedi
you had
Survivor,
every Star Wars game at
I
one
was a
point.
I was a person that would buy anything that said Star Wars on it. And due to other things that have happened in Star Wars that's not game related, I no longer have an interest in Star Wars. And that's what does that say to you, Disney? That here is a guy that's been watching Star Wars since he was a kid and bought everything that he could get his hands on simply because they said Star Wars. And now I'm like, oh, Star Wars doesn't interest me anymore. Even though the Skeleton Crew, you did all right with that. The animated series, you did good with that. Keep going. All right. Anyway, Next trend. The next trend that's terrible is dev time.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really get past dev time. It's people want bigger games. Bigger games mean longer dev time. Some people are all about, oh, the game. The game could be fun, 100%. Like indie games and all that, they're fun. But people will be like, oh, the graphics suck. I don't care. The game is fun. It can have a quirky art style, which will cut your dev time significantly. Because look at what's it called? A really long dev time. Silk Song. Silk Song had a long dev time,
But
but
there,
they were
that's
only 3 people,
I was gonna say. Yeah, that was like a small team. So that
and
makes
their game was fantastic.
yeah. I still
Their
haven't
game was
played that.
fantastic. With like, it's not a game you would like because
Why?
it doesn't have the you don't like you said, you want a game where you can sit down and you don't want to run at the same boss
I
five
en-
six times.
yeah. Well, I enjoyed the side scroller crown. What was it? Prince of
Prince
Persia, the
Persia.
crowns. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
kind of
good.
like that. It just doesn't have a difficulty slider though. So if you hit a wall with whatever skill check character you got, boss fight, whatever, there's you can go run and do something else. You can take a different path, but if you hit
Right.
a wall there and it's a skill issue, either your options are get better,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
go
It's
get
not
some new tools.
right. I was gonna say it's not even necessarily always a skill issue because, as you know, I know how to play games. I'm not a novice. I'm not a layman.
Mm.
I'm. What you mean? What you trying to say? Right? Hey, hold on. I heard that.
Get a little pops.
Man, my
Thumbs ain't
look,
working the same way.
look, my reflexes is all right.
Thumbs ain't working the same way. But point being, okay, you don't have the time.
That's really what it is.
That's what it is. You don't have the time. And
Even
then do
but
you
then
want to put
games,
that much time?
right? Because even the game like God of War, it's great. I put in the time. I played casually, and it was great.
Yeah. But if you played like Silk Song extra casually, I already know you're gonna stop playing for a while. You're gonna forget the controls. You're gonna, I'm gonna have to start this game over. So
Yeah.
it has that difficulty skill check. It can't That game can be like 80 hours if you want it to be.
The first what is it again? Silk Songs is the subtitle of
Hollow
the
Knight.
game. What's Hollow Knight? There we go. I was playing the first Hollow Knight. It's dope. It's dope. There, what I played of it doesn't have me like, oh, I want to come back and see what's going on.
No, because I will. That's just the Hollow Knight thing. That also people be saying Souls like games, but no one copies that part of Souls like games. Dark Souls, you'll get in the game and not know what's going on, and the game won't tell you much of nothing.
Right.
You start the
See,
game, you press forward. What's going on? I don't know. Boom, someone to fight. Okay,
and then you
whatever, and you
die.
die. In some games, yes, you die, or let's say you don't die, but
It got to the point to where they marketed those games as you will die.
and there's a clip online of some casual dude playing for Elden Ring, and I showed one of my coworkers at the time. But it says this game's supposed to be an RPG. What role am I playing? The victim? It's just like a dragon there, like he's the boss. He's the boss, but you're just it's like you're the NPC who's going against some boss you have no business with. That's just how those games are. But
Yeah.
I get it. Not everyone, those games are not made for everyone, but Elden Ring happened to become a mainstream game, which it probably would have never done if not for the open world and multiplayer aspect of it. Like if they would have done like a closer to like Dark Souls 3, people weren't playing Dark Souls 3 like that to where it was affecting everything else. But the remasters just feel lazy to me. And the worst one for remasters is Naughty Dog. They are the worst offender. The Last of Us. How many times have they released The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2?
How many times have Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah.
I was gonna say the laziest remaster to me would have been the definitive edition of Grand
The
Theft
definitive
Auto.
edition was poorly handled, but that was they're not.
That was lazy. Just
That was lazy.
give it to the last people to touch it was the cell phone port. So they just took the cell phone port and thought they could port that to the console and thought it was gonna work. Nah, man. They have terrible management or something because they could have literally
1-to-1
took the PS2. It was PS2, right? Could took the PS2 games and ported those to PS5, and they would have still made their money. They couldn't have sold it for $70 like they did, but they could have sold it for $40 or $50, and people would have absolutely been playing the hell out of those games.
And that's without even doing like the lighting changes and everything.
But this is the thing, though. It ties to the Call of Duty remake factor. Do I want to put out these remastered games and have people leave my moneymaker over here, my GTA 5 Online, to go play this unmonetized Grand Theft Auto 5 San Andreas for, you know what I'm saying? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. People would have been like, oh, hell yeah, I get to be CJ on the man. There you go.
And that would have happened. But the thing is like, okay, that would have happened. But if, let's say I was the person who plays GTA Online, what would have happened is I can only play that by myself. Now, if you hit me up and say, let's play the game, we have to go back.
Right.
So,
but this is the thing, though.
It's just less time. I get it. It's less time spending to be monetized for them to try to sell me shark cards or whatever else.
I want to see what year San Andreas released. 2004.
That was close.
You were what, 6 years old? Right. So this means that there would have been a whole generation of people that have never played the game that would have been drawn into it. So it would have actually taken away from the online player, because here's this game that they've been hearing about their entire lives.
Yeah. And
now they get to play it. And they might have been like, oh, this is retro. This is terrible. Look at the graphics. This sucks. Yeah. This sucks. And that was probably a part of why they wanted to remaster it. But they did hard.
Mess it up. They messed it up. They didn't put any care into it at all. Like, you picked the 3 biggest games of the past that you know people love and didn't put any care into the product that was going out. At the very least, they should have seen that it wasn't going to go well, took it from them, and delayed it or just started over.
And that event actually, I think, in my opinion, is why 6 is taking so long to come out. Because the last thing that they've done has put a bad taste in people's mouths. Because that came after Red Dead RDR2.
Yeah, it's after. That was a couple of years ago.
Right. So that came. Right. So that completely screwed them. So right now, everyone's like, look, people are like, take your time on GTA 5. I'd rather wait than have it come out and be a terrible game. But that also comes with a drawback, though, too, a negative connotation, too. And that is, I've seen Twitter/X posts that say, this game I better be able to. They're taking 13 years to come out with this game. I better be able to walk inside of every single building, pick up the phone and call somebody. walk in it, walk in every room in every building, lay on the bed, sit on the couch, sit in the chair in every room in every building, drive every vehicle that exists everywhere. I should because they're taking what
They have to.
it's been nearly what almost
It's
15
been
years.
almost it's been almost 13 years. It came out in 2013, so it's pushing 13 years. But people are saying, yeah, it's been 13 years since the last game. But for one, y'all got to remember they didn't just start working on the next game as soon as they released the last one.
No,
They didn't do that.
they
They've
got
had they've got comfortable, sure,
with
100%.
because GTA Online made GTA 5 a billion with a B dollar game.
It was making $1 billion like a year. It's made multiple billion.
Now, by today it is now, yeah.
Because they re-released it like 4 times. Because the that game came out in 2013. I was 15 years old. If GTA 6 released today, I went from Dad, can you get me GTA 5 to where my kid can say, Dad, can you get me GTA 5?
6.
6, excuse me. So, Dad, can you get me GTA 5 to Dad, can you get me GTA 6?
Right.
I've had time to.
You're a parent.
I'm a parent. I'm a parent. Like,
that's like those memes where it's like
be 80.
They got like old people like, oh, it's coming out.
The sad part is that it's some people didn't make it.
All right. And speaking of dev time, I think dev time has destroyed console cycles.
Yeah. Or they need to be longer. Especially so the current cycle, in my opinion, needs to be longer simply because you had a global pandemic for the first 2 years, the availability of PlayStation 5s, which I'm saying 5s over Xboxes because that's what people wanted. People wanted PlayStation 5s. Xboxes aren't selling that well. PlayStation 5s were very hard to get. So where you couldn't get one for a year or two, it wasn't really readily available for 3-4 years really after. So the beginning of the cycle didn't have that many games because not that many people had it. You did a bunch of cross ports, so 4 and 5 especially, because the biggest player base was on PlayStation 4, and only recently has an article said that PlayStation 5 users have passed PlayStation 4 users. It was only like 54% were more on PlayStation 5 than PlayStation 4. So even now, not everyone was willing to jump over. Even now, and you're going to release another console, why would they jump over? They feel like they just got their PlayStation 5, and now you want me to jump to a PlayStation 6.
Especially with COVID, because the scalpers and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. A lot of people just got PS5 for Christmas, this Christmas that just passed.
Right. And so why would I go buy what do you mean PlayStation 6? I just got this PlayStation 5. And I think part of the problem is because not that many people have current generation. People will still call it next generation. It's the current generation. Not that many people have it, and they're still on last generation. They don't see a reason to go up because all the games are for both. If I could play the new game on my PlayStation 4, why do I need to get that PlayStation 5? I've been getting the same games this whole time. It still runs.
Right. Quick Google search says PlayStation 6 is in active development with reports suggesting a potential release window of late 2027 to 2028. According to industry sources, the lead architect, Mark Keeney, has indicated the next-gen console will focus on high advanced AI-driven graphics.
Yeah, AI-driven graphics. I mean, That's just like the PC. My computer has AI driven graphics. It has it upscales.
Right.
It does upscaling. That's all that means. But the bigger problem is with the AI people buying all the RAM. How expensive is that going to
Right.
be with
We're
that
just talking about
shortage
that.
that's been
We were
going on?
just talking about that earlier.
How expensive is that going to be? Because one like DDR5 went from like 2 grand to like 5 grand, which that's the more expensive one. So what's happened? People are going to start buying the cheaper stuff, which is going to push that up because the demand for it has gone up. The price is going to go up.
Everybody still watching, I appreciate you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. If you got any kids or something that play games, you got a brother or a husband or somebody that love games, send them our way. I open up the panel. If you like to play games and you're a woman, come on up because it's get a lady gamer's a voice.
Yeah. But yeah, the trends are just, I don't even have the words for it. GTA 5, the people's expectation of that game has ballooned bigger than what the game probably will end up being. So they have an unrealistic expectation of the game and what it's going to deliver. So no matter what it delivers, it could be fantastic.
And it's
But
just not
is it
enough.
what? It's not enough.
It's not enough, right?
Some people will look at their last work and expect that much amount of detail. So they want Red Dead level of detail for their GTA 5 6 game, excuse me, GTA 6 game. Because Red Dead had
But
detail like,
but that's not even unfair.
it's not unfair, but do I really need the detail of the guy? Okay, you have an NPC paving a road because that's what they do. If I come back a week later, the road's paved
Yeah, that's great.
throughout the entire game across 4 cities. Well, sure, it's great, but that increases dev time. Something like that increases dev time.
That
So
game,
how much realism do you want in it?
the only reason that was a problem is because they abandoned that game.
Yeah, they've been in for GTA 5 online.
They could have literally taken the same formula for online for that and did it over there.
Yeah, the Red
They
Dead Online.
they could have
We
made
started playing it, but they weren't doing nothing with it and dropped off because they weren't supporting it.
the same way that they had heists over here. They could have had bounties over here, train robberies, bank rob, the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just old time, which should make it easier because it should be less intricate. There's less technology. I don't need to call Lester or whatever on my phone and plan out getting some
Right.
complicated hacker.
All you had to do was check your mailbox or go get a wanted poster.
You'll get a wanted poster. Even if we're doing a bank robbery, okay, I need to go find someone. The most we should need is ammunition and explosives to blow up a vault.
Right.
It's not like I need a drill. Even if I needed a drill, I don't need a hacker to hack the cameras.
But even with that, the whole forming of because you make a heist.
You form a posse. Yeah.
Right. You form a posse. And in that game, you could have had the posses, the what's the word I'm looking for? The mechanism on how to create a party could have been at a saloon.
Yeah.
You meet up at a saloon, and that's the hub where you meet other players, and you link up to form a posse. That way, you wouldn't have to only have the posse that's your clan in a sense.
Yeah.
You could still run with randoms.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely, there was ways to do it, and the fact that we can think of it that quickly means it was there.
I mean, so you need to give us a job.
Why abandon it? They're not going to, because some big wig on some desk who but don't play the games that they put out has no business there. It's calling the shots because the management team, I'm sure the dev team and all of them love the games they build and everything like that. It's the upper management people who don't care about the games they put out. They just ruin it for everyone else. The shareholders and all that, maybe it's pressure from them, maybe it's not. Either way, their product is failing because of it.
And they just abandoned it. That's just money on the table that's gone.
I'm sure it was some weird decision about split player. I'm sure it was. I'm sure this is the thought process. Why have the split player base? Why have the split player base? If we close this down, they're gonna go over to GTA 5, which is not. That's not necessarily what's gonna happen.
But the whole idea of it being a split player base is the failure, in my opinion, out the gate, because Red Dead is already a niche game within itself. The people that like Red Dead because it's Red Dead, not because it isn't. Oh, you got to answer the phone. Go ahead. Make sure you mute. And that's just the whole thing. Niche games are just what they are. Niche games. There's what's the other one? No Man's Sky. The people that play people that play GTA 5 are not the same people that play No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is huge. Huge player base. Player bases. So the game came out, it failed, and they brung it back and won the player base back. Let me see if I can find some stuff to share. Some game trailers or something while he's looking for that. Due to copyrights, people, I cannot, I repeat, I cannot play the sound. Wow. Due to copyrights, I would not be able to play the sound.
I miss what I miss.
Just basically me saying that that the people that play GT, a niche game has its own niche audience. For example, the same massive huge audience that plays GTA Online, only a fraction of them will be into like No Man's Sky. But the No Man's Sky people are No Man's Sky people forever. Look at us. Whenever they drop a new
thing, we usually go look at it.
Go look, right. We go check it out. So yeah, I was gonna play this just because you were on the phone, and due to copyright, can't play the sound. But yeah, this game looks like it's gonna be dope.
But see, again, how much of it is a cutscene?
All of this is a cutscene, but it's in
exactly. It's in it. I don't care about in engine. Forget the in engine cutscene. I get it. It can look nice. I want gameplay.
It's gonna be the same gameplay, I think.
It's not gonna be as clean because it can't be as clean. Because even an in-engine cutscene, I control everything. I know make the shot look nice. We make sure the lighting is perfect. Yeah, I can make it look fantastic in engine. How is that going to look as I'm walking down the beach?
But that's what in engine means. In engine, like, let me back it up. In engine cutscene. In engine means like, let me see. So
I get it.
So in engine would be like, see how he's walking away.
That's how he looks.
The,
Yes.
the only thing that would change graphically or whatever would be the HUD pops up, and he would stop. The automatic animation would stop, and then you take control. So everything right. So graphics and everything are locked. You're in engine. It's in engine. It's not a separate cutscene that has to cut away and then bring you back to the game engine.
Like the old days.
Right.
So PS2. But this is why it's capped at 30 frames a second for those people who care. Because a lot of these people are still asking for is GTA 6 going to be on PlayStation 4?
No.
Like yeah, I know. There are people who have asked that. Is it going to be on PlayStation? No. And the longer you guys ask for these games to be on last generation, you're holding the current generation back. And for those of you who love graphics and all that sort of stuff, that stuff matters to you. You're just holding everything back.
I still think
it's
just me. 27, 28, 2027, 2028 is around the corner. I would not be surprised if they delayed it again, pushed it to the next gen, the PS6 and Xbox, whatever it's going to be, because the game's going to be so big and so massive and have so much going on that it's going to need a stronger system to run.
That game is going to need about 200 gigs on your console.
Right. Probably more than that. And you already know they're going to...
That doesn't even include online either.
Right. Well, online's the same game, just in a different server.
Yeah, but sometimes they end up adding new assets and things like that stay online. So online updates, all that sort of stuff, which will only make it bigger. I think I could see them doing the same thing they did with GTA 5, which is what I told you before. I could see them, let's say they're going to put it out next year, and that's when they actually do it. Release it 2027. 2028, PlayStation 6 comes out. There's a bundle for that. Because we already got the game out. People bought it once. Let's see if we can get them to buy it again. Because that's what they did with GTA 5. They released in 2013 for PlayStation 3. And then 2014, maybe 2015, it released on PlayStation 4. Which doesn't include when they release it again on PlayStation 5. And whenever it does release, you already have a year between when it releases for PlayStation and when it releases for PC. So, PC people will mod it to death.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a year between that. Mod and pirate and emulate and whatever else they decide to do.
See, the way I feel about it, if they Rockstar want to take a game and they wanted to make money by jumping on the remaster trend, this would have been a good idea. And for copyright purposes, I'm sorry I can't play the sound. Shout out to you in the comments.
Midnight Club? Didn't I have that?
B, I'm gonna send you the link so you can come up, bro.
Oh, is that what?
I just
Midnight sent you Club. Was this the one I had on the PS3?
Dub edition, baby.
Yeah. I didn't even like racing games like that, but I played Midnight Club.
Midnight Club was great. 2008.
Yeah. Wow. That was a long time.
Look how games used to look. It was great.
Daughter would say this is so old. And
This
that's
is
how y'all Tesla trucks look.
right. Just like that. Right. That's exactly how they look.
Yeah.
B, come up, bro. I sent you the link. It's in your inbox on the book. You got to close this down first so it don't echo in the background.
All right. But what was another gaming trend you weren't a fan of?
A game of what?
Trend. Talking about trends that you didn't like before we went on a GTA tangent. We don't like Souls likes. We know. We
Well,
don't
it's
like
more
it.
than just a particular game. Uh,
Is it the trend or is it the fact that they're getting stuck on these trends for so
well,
long, which plays
well,
into that dev time problem?
I'm just talking about like trends in general. Like, look what happened to Call of Duty.
That's because Call of Duty lost its identity because
But
they were following trends.
exactly, because they were following the trends. Trends
Be-
are terrible when it comes to games. Call of Duty went from being greatness to freaking Beavis and Butthead.
You haven't even seen all of it. There's Beavis and Butthead. We know we got Nicki Minaj. We got Chucky the doll. We got Chucky and Tiffany. Jason. They're copying Fortnite.
Right.
And though they will never admit it because legally they cannot, you are following the kids who are playing Fortnite who are 10 years old, who play Call of Duty, who buy the skins. That's mainly who it's for. It's for those people and super casual people who the only game they play is like Call of Duty and 2K.
Like,
But games follow whales.
like
If it's make money, it follows whales.
already look. That is Nuketown, and it's a cartoon.
That's probably not even they did variants of that too. That's why they did like four variants.
Why is
They did a
Nuketown
cell
cartoon?
shade.
You know
They did
why
a
it's a
cell
cell
shade
shaded cartoon? It's a cell shaded cartoon because of this.
Oh
There
yeah,
it
the
is.
American Dad. Yeah, the American Dad.
Why? This is
Now, here's what I say they should have did when they started putting in these cell shaded skins. If you're gonna sell me a cell shaded skin and you're gonna do a crossover, make the crossover make sense. Instead of giving me an American Dad crossover, give me a Borderlands crossover. If you're gonna put the cell shaded character, they already got guns.
but Borderlands is for Borderlands
I
fans. This is for the casual.
That's for the casual people. Yeah,
This
people who
is a
watch American Dad,
that's a
Family
TV
Guy.
commercial. That's a TV commercial. I'll just let this run. I don't know what this
Just
is.
like there's Terminator in the game.
Oh.
That's Squid Games.
No, but it's
Squid
Call of
Game
Duty.
skin. That's the Squid Game skin
In Call of Duty.
in Call of Duty. Yes.
Okay, let me back this up so we can.
That
So
was
look
know
how
that
look at how out of place when they show when it cuts out. Look
Yeah.
how out of place that is.
Yep.
That's
It doesn't
me.
match. And that's why people were so when Battlefront what is it now on Battlefront like 6 or whatever,
You see,
their whole marketing.
I don't know how
their-
I feel about this because part of me is like, oh, it's like the cartoony
Jigsaw.
thing could be good because now you can't camp because you stand out like a sore thumb. Because look, that's just Beavis and Butthead right there. Wait, it's a wrestler.
That's a wrestler and Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. It's like Rey Mysterio.
Like I haven't I haven't bought a Call of Duty in like the last 4 games.
Yeah. This is what it looks like. And so what since you do it, one, you don't play Battlefront, neither do I, but weren't looking at the stuff that they were doing. But part of Battlefront 6's marketing campaign when they were releasing the game was making fun of Call of Duty for all their wacky skins. So they hired like Zac Efron and all that, like they were gonna do like the Fortnite train of the operators, and they blew them up. Like we ain't doing that, and that was their selling point. That they used that as a selling point. We're not gonna do what Call of Duty is doing. That was just a part of their marketing. The fact that they could use you and make fun of you for what you're doing, Call of Duty, is a problem. Y'all supposed to be the biggest. Or as was rumor has it, someone from Call of Duty said Call of Duty's too big to fail. So y'all ego might become a problem.
Call of Duty
People will leave.
Call of Duty is absolutely not too big to fail, because and we saw what happened with Vanguard.
Vanguard isn't even the worst one.
That is the lowest sold game. Well,
Call
Call of Duty.
Infinite Warfare.
Well, I was gonna bring those up. Call of Duty went from when they started copying Titanfall and all of that, right? When they start copying all of Titanfall and all of that type of stuff, people just wanted boots on the ground again, and that's when it came with World War II. And with World War II, they drew back their core audience. They rebuilt the trust that they had, and then right after, and what they do right after that, they got weird again. But it didn't matter because they got weird gradually.
It got weird. The boots on the ground thing was fine, but I think people are fatigued with they did the old time game. So you had World War II, you had Vanguard, which is again old. Oh, that's the trailer. It's all choppy.
Well, it's only look choppy on your side. It's clear over here. But I'm just playing this because this is Call of Duty has gone from greatness to Jake Paul.
What's funny is there's a page on Facebook. I don't know who it is or who runs it, but all they do is they post fake skins for Call of Duty, and it's just a bunch of fake skins. It'll be someone who has no business there. It'd be like Barack Obama plays Donald Trump, and it'll be what's sad is it looks like it could fit in the game because of everything else they've already put into it. Nothing's off the table.
Let me make sure I put that on there on the screen right there.
I'm gonna get copyright straight.
We're comments. We're doing commentary.
Yep.
We're not. Yeah, we're doing commentary. Like, but this is what we're calling. I'll bet you could be the baboon probably in the game too.
Wouldn't be surprised actually. Wouldn't be surprised. There's alien. So you didn't play. There was one skin. It was a unicorn that had like a pink unicorn outfit, and they were doing an execution. And what they do is they pull out a unicorn, pull up its tail, and it would fart rainbows to kill you.
Yeah, but they copied the Borderlands.
But that's not what Call of Duty was. It was never that unserious.
That was
Borderlands was always that unserious.
Borderlands was great,
and but that's their thing. Okay. That's their thing. They built their game with that. So that's the game. We built it to be unserious, and I'm fine with that.
There's the next trend. The trend of making games PC needs to stop. When you try to make a game or any type of media, whether it be a movie, you have to have a target audience. You have to know who your audience is and target them. When you try to make a game or a movie, TV show, or whatever for everybody, you effectively make something for no one. Borderlands was great. It was freaking hilarious. They had the M rating on it, not just for gore, but for language and crude humor. It was great. It was great. And some kind of way, somewhere, somehow, it got sanitized. And it got sanitized. And I'm not talking about the the cliche
violence.
girl boss. I'm not talking about the cliche like they put girl bosses and you know, identity politics in it. No, there's not even that far. It's just Borderlands 3 is a completely a huge step backwards from Borderlands 2. Borderlands 1. The two OG games are dramatically better than the last game that came out.
4?
So 3. There isn't a
4.
4. There's a 4 now?
Borderlands 4. We played it. You forgot?
See, that's how terrible it is that I think that
Yeah, you
that
forgot because all
I
the characters
yeah,
are so okay. Borderlands 1, you know 1. We all know 1. 2, fantastic. 3, Calypso Twins. 4, it was like the time boss.
oh, that was the
That was
open.
4.
They made it a different type of open world with no loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
That one was 4. 3 was the Calypso Twins and their whole trend with them being YouTube streamers. That was their whole stake. They were getting the what's it called? The bandits to follow them by being big YouTubers.
Yeah, the Calypso twins.
Yeah. That was 3. Calypso Twins. They were streamers. So they got all the bandits. They united all the bandit clans by having popularity on YouTube, basically. And then you have 4, and I can't tell you much about any 4. I played it.
I don't remember. I played it.
We played
beat
it. We played it together.
And we beat it.
Yeah.
And
I beat it.
it has no replay value like the like I don't like on the first 2 games. I went back and I played as the other Vault Hunters.
The other, yeah, because they all had personality, and their personality was drastically different. They were charming.
Their skill set and everything was different.
They were funny in their own ways, and 4 feels like they're trying to be funny, but it doesn't land. Like it tries, but it doesn't land.
Like looking at this trailer right now, visually, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that's just not. It just isn't enough. Claptrap wasn't funny anymore.
Claptrap was barely in the game. That's something else they did. It wasn't just that he wasn't funny. They took him out of the game because people thought he was annoying. Like he's barely in the game.
I don't know how or why or the reasoning behind the movie that I've never seen. And the reason the reason why I've never seen this movie is because it doesn't make sense when in the cohesiveness of Borderlands. Like, why is Tannis old?
It's just a cash grab. That's why isn't Kevin Hart in it? They put a big name
and he's rolling
to be a cash grab. It has nothing to do. It's pure cash grab.
But he's rolling.
Exactly, and that doesn't make sense. Rolling is not
anybody that's coming in to watch. If you guys want to come up on the panel and talk game stuff with us, let me know. I'll put the link in the comments once you guys let us know. B, I sent you the link. I don't know if you're gonna come up or not. Even if you with Zeke can come up too.
I'd probably give you a younger perspective because I'm not, I didn't grow up with the whole Fortnite trend. But yeah, that's just cash grab. It's just cash grab. I'm going to use a big name actor. I'm going to put that in this movie and use his name to sell tickets. And didn't even cast him right. Like, Roland he doesn't tell jokes or nothing like, which was what I would expect out of Kevin Hart. Though I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say how he acts in it. But
just from
I
the
would
couple,
expect jokes. I
just
expect
from a
jokes
couple
and
clips
comedy,
from the
stuff, which is
trailer,
not his character. Like that's not Roland. And I don't know if it's not just the gaming industry, but the movie industry is losing touch with their audience in pursuit of broader audiences. And it's become so broad, it's for no one, like you were saying.
right?
That don't even look right. That don't even
Well,
look right.
you know,
Even
Kate Blanch,
pause.
Kate Blanch is a nothing wrong with her as an actress and all of that, but Lilith isn't 50
You're not
years
old.
old. Tannis isn't a 60-year-old lady.
No.
No. And the thing
She
about
look
this,
old. She look
that's what I'm
old.
saying. And like you said, it's a super cash grab because these are names.
Yes.
Kevin
It's
Hart,
just names.
Kate Blanch, J,
Well, I can't remember her name right now.
Jamie
something, yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep.
Claptrap is Jack Black.
Jack Black. Yep. Names. They tried to sell the movie on names.
And it just didn't hit the way that they thought it was gonna hit, man.
The casting alone. If the casting fails, why do I want to see the rest of the movie? If I don't think the characters, even how I can see from the trailer,
Like
Kevin Hart,
like aesthetically, it's great. It's Borderlands. That looks like Pandora. Those look like the Crimson Raiders. Those look like the Psychos.
and that doesn't look like love.
And right, that just doesn't. And see, there's another thing when they start doing stuff like this.
Yeah,
this tells you that it's bad because they're trying to sell it with name recognition.
But that's all they were doing. That's what they were doing with the actors. It's all name recognition. From Uncharted, from Venom, big name actors.
Even I don't know her name, Piss Pot Wash. Even the girl that plays
I don't know who that is.
Tiny Tina.
I don't know who that is.
She's Ahsoka in the live action Star Wars. She's the younger version of Ahsoka. She has a name. She's been in a lot of movies. I can't think of her name, but she's been in a lot of movies. It's P. It's P. It's P.
See, I can't hear it, but I can tell. I can already hear Kevin Hart with his little comedy bit.
I'm gonna play just a little.
I can imagine. I know how he talks. I can't hear it at all, but I can imagine.
Just that didn't land.
That's what I mean.
That didn't land.
Like
you and see the greatest. There's so much greatness of the game that you see. And remember that? That was what was that? That was the second game.
What?
These masks? Those masks like that? That was the second game. Remember I had a skin that had like the wolf?
Oh, yeah. The wolf head? I thought that was the third game. That's the third game, wasn't it?
Whichever game, but I'm saying this is from the previous. They did an excellent job. And I've never seen the movie, just watching this trailer. At recreating the world, but that just wasn't enough.
I mean, you made the world, but you didn't land the characters. Roland gives off. He's Kevin Hart, so he's gonna give off.
Kevin Hart. He's
Kevin
not even.
Hart.
It's Kevin Hart.
He's gonna give off Kevin Hart. I don't know how Jack Black's doing because Jack Black. I would have had Kevin Hart be Kevin Hart be Claptrap.
Claptrap.
I would have had him be Claptrap, and that's just because I'm not a fan, but that's my bias.
Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Ariana, yeah, I didn't see it. And Jamie Lee Curtis. Huge names. Like in the game, Tannis and Lilith are around the same age. And this is another trend that that they tried to bring back. The the what you call it, the live action adaptation
Of movies like Moana and all that.
of, of games.
Like when they did the Assassin's Creed movie,
Terrible.
that wasn't even the. I mean, they usually do bad at live actions. I remember, which is not game, but I mean, yeah, Dragon Ball. Everyone remembers Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, we don't.
Exactly, exactly. That was awful. That's awful. Absolutely awful. I'm surprised we didn't boo in the movie theater because we went to the movie theater to see that movie. But I remember for someone who wouldn't know anything about the movie, they didn't think it was that bad because we had a Johnson with us, and I don't recall her saying the movie was bad. Granted,
Yeah.
she knows nothing about
So it was
the
her.
source material, so
Yeah.
that was the audience who they wanted to go see the movie.
Right.
But
So this is something.
why?
This is something else that we don't speak of that you know nothing about.
No, I don't.
Due to copyrights, I can't play the music.
Where to put my phone?
This doesn't exist. This is a, what are those things called? A Mandela effect. There you go.
I'll be back, Pop.
This is a Mandela effect. This is not real. This is a made up trailer of something that doesn't exist. While he talks on the phone, let me drop this down. Yep. Be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Thank you for rocking out with us for this time you've been rocking out with us. Do a musical break for a moment. We just hit the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut the show down. I just want to appreciate everybody that came and poked their heads in and rocked out with us for the very first game talk with Tim and Tim.
What I missed?
I was just getting ready to sign out because we
That's
just hit the
fine.
1 hour. Yeah, we just hit the 1 hour mark. Just thanking everybody for tuning in. Tim and Tim.
Yep.
And we may do this again. We might not. We'll see. We'll see how it go. We'll go see how it go. This was impromptu.
Yeah.
This was an
No
impromptu thing.
script.
No script. No fire. No fire. All right. So there is no outro sequence. You can, if you want to tell them your socials or something, son, you can tell them your socials. If you want them people to come bother
I
you,
don't got. I don't. No.
you don't want people to come bother you, son.
I don't like to be bothered. You know this.
You guys already know. You can follow me at you can follow me at the Average Black Man Show everywhere, Twitter, TikTok, all of that, Facebook, and yep, anybody want to join the next episode of Game Talk, you can come on up and we can talk about it. And until then, let me I'm gonna play another musical outro. We had a
I'm scared.
so that last one was pretty. Why does it look this way? Yeah, have another musical outro before we end it. You know what I mean? So
I didn't even know you had a music outro.
no, I don't. I'm just gonna play something off of YouTube, and that's gonna be our outro for the outro. All right, everybody, into the
All right.
next one.
God.